The teams of both U.S. Senate candidates felt they came out of the first debate in a stronger position to win in November.
It's a clear contrast. It's a clear distinction. That was made clear here tonight, and that's going to be made clear as we go forward throughout the rest of this campaign.
What you have right now is a contrast between a champion for the working class in Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes and Senator Johnson, who's only in it for himself.
Although a number of subjects were discussed, Lieutenant Governor and Democratic challenger Mandela Barnes focused on incumbent Senator Ron Johnson's stance on abortion access. He attacked Johnson's history, bringing up the Republicans' response to the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
He celebrated the Dobbs decision, and he said that if women don't like the laws of their state, like the 1849 criminal abortion ban we have here, he said they can move. I can't think of a more callous, out of touch, or extreme position to take.
Johnson defended his support of the Supreme Court in the decision and said it should be up to the state.
The most extreme position here would be no limits on abortion whatsoever, allowing an abortion right up to the moment of birth, which is what the Lieutenant Governor supports.
One of the main focuses for Johnson was his opponent's stance on crime.
The first thing you do is you support law enforcement. And unfortunately, the Lieutenant Governor has not done that. He has a record of wanting to defund the police. He says it pains him to see fully funded police budgets.
Barnes backed his beliefs, saying he would make Wisconsin safer.
Now, what we need to do is make sure that communities have the resources they need to prevent crime from happening in the first place. That means fully funding our schools. It also means making sure that there are good paying jobs in communities.
Other topics for debate included marijuana legalization, minimum wage, electoral college reform, and student debt loan forgiveness. Where the first of two debates for the United States Senate will be happening behind me in just 2 hours from now. The Democratic challenger and current Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes will be taking on Republican incumbent Senator Ron Johnson. In the latest Marquette Law School poll, Johnson took over the lead by just 1 point, which is a major swing from mid-August when Barnes had a 7-point lead over Johnson. Barnes won with 77.5% of the vote in the August primary, and in that same primary, Ron Johnson won with 84% of the vote. The vote on November 8th is expected to be a close one in a battleground state that could change the power in the Senate, and in a race that could be decided by a few key issues. One of the top issues in the state, according to the Marquette Law School poll, is crime. And in this race so far, Johnson has repeatedly attacked Barnes' stance on crime. Another key issue is abortion access, which Ron Johnson has said he supports the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. With Election Day now just over a month away, these will likely be some of the more talked about issues at tonight's debate. Tonight at Fox 11 News at 9, more on the aftermath of this election and what the candidates felt about the debate.
The Milwaukee PBS studios in downtown Milwaukee. Everything here in the studio is set for the debate to get underway live at 7 o'clock tonight. You're going to see Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes and Senator Ron Johnson square off right here. Now, the WBA, Wisconsin Broadcasters Association, hosts this event, and this year they called on 9 journalists from across the state, different markets, different areas of the state, to come together and be a part of the panel here tonight. I'm part of the panel. I'll be one of the ones asking questions of the candidates. There are others in another room who are part of a data team, and they will be providing online information about the topics and the issues going on tonight, so you can follow along at home and get the idea of what more you need to know about certain topics. Behind the scenes, we've been working on and off for more than a month, researching the topics, formulating the questions in the last couple of days that will hopefully elicit answers that get away from perhaps the canned responses you might hear from candidates. The goal is to hold the candidates accountable. Now, the WBA has been putting these debates on for years, but this is the first time they've actually added the online element with that extra detail about the facts and the topics that you can follow along, and you can follow along with the hashtag WBA debate